Morning guys, Martin back, CarCast as always. I'm tired this morning, I won't lie to you. Been tired since that event last weekend, not last weekend, the weekend before. But we'll get there, it's fine. Okay, so don't let me go then. Thanks mate. When you're tired you get grumpy. But no, I am recovered now from the event and it's all going forward here. So what have we got this week to talk about? The steamroller event this weekend. So War Machine Mark III, first steamroller tournament that we've done for the new Mark III. We had a little steamroller tournament back early in the year just for the Mammoths group, which is obviously the local group that come on a Tuesday night. If you haven't already, then come down on a Tuesday night and join in. And this was meant to be the same. This was meant to just be small local thing, so about 8 to 10 of the guys from the Mammoths. We kept the ticket price nice and low for them and everything else, and we just said, oh, it won't be massive surprise support, it'll just be a testing ground, if you like, for how the tournament will work. And literally just before pressing record on this, we've just done the 18th ticket for it, which, although is not capacity for the building, it's capacity for this event, because we've only got 9 mats. I didn't think we were going to do that many tickets, so we didn't order more mats in, we didn't get more terrain in for it, because it wasn't meant to be this big, but hey ho, it is, it's big, it's huge. So I'm told by several people, if 16 of them turn up, which they've all paid so they should, but if 16 of them turn up, it'll be the biggest steamroller to have actually taken place in the Northwest. So it's a bit of kudos, bit of striking out for War Games. We've got 18. I don't know how that works numbers wise, because there's no drawing in War Machine, so 16 actually splits perfect, but I wasn't going to tell 2 people they couldn't play. And then there's another one in September, I want to say the 3rd of September, somewhere around there that weekend. I think it might even be on a Sunday, and that's meant to be the big one, so we need 32 for that one, and we need to start pushing the game, we need to start getting people playing the game, get them up to speed with it, and let's have a full thing. If we do 32, I think we'll make it a weekend event probably, because you're not going to get all those rounds into one day. You might, we'll see how this one runs. It might just be a long Saturday as opposed to 2 days, but we'll have a chat and we'll get the terrain and we'll get the extra mats in, and it's fine. I need to get extra mats in anyway, so that's not an issue. But how good's that? 18 for this one, and this is the little one. I'm well chuffed. And fair play to all the War Machine players. We've got every single War Machine player in the north. No, I'm only messing. That's out to you guys who are watching, who know that I'm just taking the mick. But yeah, that being said and done, tournaments in general. So Dave's been working hard this week. Any of you that are subscribed to the Facebook page, and you should all be, War Games UK, if you're not, on Facebook, picture of the logo, and you'll see the store, and there are events going up and up and up and up. We've planned out 3 months worth of events because we want to try and get some organisation behind what we're doing, and Dave's job ultimately is events and coordination in that set, events and campaigns, so can't be just throwing events out, relying on me doing it on the CarCast, a little bit of Facebook advertising and 2 weeks notice. It just doesn't work that way. That's a local store, that's how local stores work. We're trying to push out this image of being a national tournament centre. We're not just a store that runs some tournaments for its customers. We've got national tournament halls are a separate thing from the rest of the business. The technology in them is second to none, and everything down to your event packs and the lot. We really are going all out. So we want to be 3 months ahead of ourselves. So we're going to get them all booked in through to the end of October, and then what will happen is, as an event finishes, now this War Machine one won't be part of that, but the September one will. So we've got a Game of Thrones event the weekend after next. So that's the 13th, I think it is. Yeah, it is the 13th. And again, only a very, very small thing. There's not a massive amount of Game of Thrones players around, but I promised I'd put it on for them. See if we can get some people in. If we can get 8, then that's absolutely fine. If we get less than 8, we'll still run it, we'll just have some fun, and everybody gets prizes. Everybody's getting something for turning up, and yeah, let's just do it. But we start growing. So what should then happen is with that one, or with the X-Wing event on the 20th, you should come and play in the events, have fun, enjoy it, win some prizes, win the events, whatever, however you play, win the wooden spoon. And then on the Monday, you should then get an email from Events at War Games thanking you for coming to the event, obviously, and then telling you when the next one is. And it'll be 3 months later. And we do it that way. There's 12 weeks, 13 weeks in fact, isn't there, when you actually work it out. So every 13 weeks you should have a variant of the same event. So X-Wing will happen, and 13 weeks later X-Wing will happen, and 13 weeks later X-Wing will happen, and 13 weeks later X-Wing will happen. It might not be dot on the 13 week mark, because we move certain things around, but that's how it should be running. You should always know where you're up to with our calendar then. Yes, the website will make things easier, yes, Facebook advertising will make things easier, Twitter and so on and so forth, but if you just get into a pattern of knowing when it's happening, so the War Machine one in September means that then, if that was the 3rd of September, it'd be October, November, December. Very beginning of December will be another War Machine tournament, another steamroller. Might be a different approach to how we do it. Might not just be the same standard 75-point steamroller, but there will be a War Machine tournament of some description. October sees the next 40k event. Now this isn't as big as the one we've just done. This is going to be a local event, and it's going to be the store championship. So whoever wins this one, there'll still be big prizes and everything in there. There always will be with us, but this one will have the winner getting their name on the store championship trophy, and then that'll go in one of the new cabinets that are getting bought to sit in the windows. And then after Christmas, once we've got a good 10, maybe 15 championships under our belts, we'll get the big board up on the wall, and we'll get people's names put on, and they'll just go up, and they'll sit up there on the walls, and there's something to be proud of, there's something to be recognised for. We'll see where we go. Might do one for best sportsman. Maybe that'll go up on the walls, or maybe that'll just sit in the cabinet. We don't know. It's all a whip. It's all a work in progress. But I want you guys to help with it. So I can put things on Facebook, but then you guys need to share them. And some of you do. A lot of you like them. But if it's not too much trouble to ask, whenever we put an event up, even if you're not interested in the event, even if you live the other side of the world and you're just watching this, if you see one of my events on Facebook, do me a favour, just press the share button and just share it out. I understand some people don't want to share geek events on their Facebook because their friends don't understand it or whatever, so I'm not forcing anyone to do it. I'm just asking nicely if you would. Same with Twitter. I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where War Games is going to be trending. It'd be nice, but I don't think it's going to happen. But when we're running an event, let's tweet about it. I don't use Twitter enough, and that's something that needs to change. Instagram, don't use at all. We have the account, but we don't use it. Georgie's kind of put her name forward for that, so Georgie's going to be looking after Twitter and Instagram, I think. Here watching this, she might see this before I speak to her about it, which could be funny. There's your job. Well, welcome to War Games, Georgie. This is how Dave finds out about his work. But yeah, let's tweet about it. So like this weekend, if everybody who's watching this, so we get typically 200-300 people watch this video. So if I could get 200 to 300 people, if I get half of them, 150 people this weekend to tweet at War Games UK, hashtag Privateer Press, Steamroller, 75-point Steamroller, Northwest Steamroller, something along those lines. Let's think. You can tell I just make this stuff up as I go along, can't you? Northwest biggest steamroller at War Games UK, hashtag Privateer Press. There you go. Northwest biggest steamroller at War Games UK, hashtag Privateer Press, hashtag War Machine, hashtag Hordes. that should fit into your 140 characters off the top of my head. If it doesn't, drop one of the War Machine or Horde hashtags. Let's see how many people can tweet it. And that's a challenge out to you guys. Please tweet it anywhere on Saturday. If you get a chance, if you get literally, it's a 2-minute job, just send a tweet for us. And follow us on Twitter as well, at Wargames UK. We're going to start using it more, apparently. But it'd be good, and it'd be good to see the likes then of Privateer Press. If they keep getting tweets from all over the place about war games, it might just open their eyes. I'm not expecting to suddenly come and sponsor us or anything. I don't want them to come and sponsor us. They sponsor Element Games, which is fair enough. They've just paid for all the refurbishments at Element, and the halls are looking good there now, finally. But it'd be nice to be on their radar. And it's how we make things grow. I can only do so much. Social media is about being social, isn't it? And you guys need to push it and advertise it. So there's my challenge and request from you guys. Share my stuff. Started doing videos for when stock comes in, on the notice sharing things. And Facebook's right. Whoever knew that Mark Zuckerberg was clever? But it came up with a thing saying, somewhere along the line saying, did you know that videos are a million times more responsive than words? And when I thought about it, it was like, yeah, it's quite right. I don't read a lot of statuses on Facebook, because I'm just obviously chocker busy. I glance over them, but what I do is as I'm scrolling down, if a video starts, I'll start watching it, and I watch it in silence. I don't put the sound on, but I watch them and either figure it out. If it then catches me interest, I put the sound onto it as well. But the fact is, it makes me look at it. So I've started doing the videos, in case you haven't noticed, for when stock orders arrive. Now the stock orders arrive pretty much every day, but what I do is normally Wednesday, Thursday is normally the biggest stock order, so I'll put that together and I'll just give a quick scan overview of it. It's only like 2-3 minutes. It's actually really short for me. And we run through that, and it just shows you what's coming in. But the analytics on it, when you look underneath it and it says this post, I can write a post and it'll say this post was seen by 238 people. A video post will be, this post was seen by 744 people, and it's like, wow, it works. That brings me to what I said last week about Twitch. Still haven't even had a chance to look at Twitch yet. We are going to do it, but we're also going to take in this Facebook Live. That's it. We're gonna have a crack at that, because I think it's going to be big. I'm sure there's a friendly football. Is it England? Oh no, it's not. It's Wayne Rooney's testimonial is getting played, because it's 12 years and he's been playing for United now. It's a long time. I remember him when he was with Everton, and they're playing Everton at Old Trafford, and they're streaming it on Facebook Live. How cool is that? Streaming a footy game, a testimonial footy game on Facebook. We need to sort of get in on this action, I think. So look for that. It's coming soon. I don't know what we're going to stream, but we're going to stream something. Age of Sigmar is massive. It's big. I keep saying it's big. I don't know whether Lawrence watches these CarCasts. I wouldn't have thought so, but if you do, you've got me saying it, and it'll just annoy Ace as well, which is great. But it is big in store, and there's loads of people. I got 6 General's Handbooks yesterday. I had 12 initially, and they all went. And I got another 6 in yesterday, and I'm down to 2. So that's 16 people who have bought into Age of Sigmar in the last few weeks. We've got all the start collecting sets in, and everything else comes in. I would say to anybody, anything to do with Games Workshop, to be fair, Sigmar, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, or obviously 40k, if you want anything in and I'm out of stock of it, I obviously can order anything in, but Games Workshop only let me order once per week, and that order 99% of the time goes in on a Monday afternoon. It then arrives Wednesday/Thursday, and I can't order again. So if you come in Monday evening and say, oh, I want 4 boxes of, I don't know, Orica Brutes, or Orc Brutes, depending on which world you still live in. I won't have 4 boxes in stock, but I can order them for you. But if you come in on Monday afternoon, it's going to be a week Wednesday, a week Thursday before you get them. So if you know you're going to want something, hit us up with an email, drop us a message on Facebook, whatever it might be. Tell me what you want, what you really want, and I'll order it in. And it's as simple as that. But yeah, Age of Sigmar's gone big. I put a poll up on Facebook, got some responses whether I was going to do a multi-demon list. That got the least amount of votes. Idea being that I could use that in 40k as well. Whether I continue with my Night Goblins, because I've already got them, I just need to build them and paint them, or whether I do an ogre army themed on White Walkers from Game of Thrones. And anybody who knows anything about Age of Sigmar and keeps an eye on what's happening, there's no surprise where that's come from. The new Icewind Assault box has just landed, or it's landing this weekend, and that is, they've got Yetis and stuff in there. They already very much look like a White Walker army. You can just paint them a little bit colder, a little bit more blue. There's no conversion really to do there, just make the eyes really intense. And that one was winning, and then the Goblins were catching up, and then it was winning, then the Goblins were catching up, and then Dave said to me that it's not worth doing the Goblins because they haven't got the big thing that everybody needs, and they just get squished really quick because they've not had their new release as such. They're not as competitive. That made me want to do them more. And then I thought about the giant, putting a giant in, because somebody said to me, I think it might have been Dave actually, you have the big guy and then you have all the little guys surrounding it. I thought, well, I'd said ages ago about doing a Night Goblin giant, and it made even more sense now. I've got a big dumb giant standing up with a load of Night Goblins around him, and he's got a Night Goblin hat on because he's stupid enough to believe that he's just a big goblin. I think it'd look really cool on the board. So it came to a draw between the two. I haven't checked it for the last day, to be fair, but day before yesterday it was at a draw between the two, and I thought, yeah, do you know what, I'll do the Goblins because it saves me spending money. I've already got them. It finishes a project that I didn't really ever properly start. And then it struck me that I've still got feature tables to build, I've still got demo tables to build, I've still got artwork to put, I've still got that much work to do in the store. As much as there's no rush involved in it, what I haven't got time to be doing is building and painting models for a new army. And as much as that sucks, it's right. I've still got to paint up those white scars that I put into the new list, and I haven't. I need to strip. I got them painted for the tournament, but I need to strip them back down and start again because I'm not happy with them. So it's things like that. I mean, so if I do it, I'm going to do Goblins, but I probably won't. I'll probably just watch what other people are doing and see how it goes from there. But yeah, that's took off. Demo tables are en route. Neil's making those tables up. So he's away on holiday at the moment. He's making the tables. And then when they come back in, we'll get the tiles made for each demo game. Might even start them over the next week or so. And that's about it. Website still, I haven't found anybody to do it. I need to start speaking to a few people. I've been lax about it, but as I said last week, end of September's my goal with it. I'll get started with that. I'll probably properly get started with it next week. The EPOS system is, however, now in. It turns out that a lot of what the web guy was telling me made the EPOS system bad isn't true. So we've got receipts. We can print receipts off and everything. 21st century stuff. But yeah, so that's all getting loaded up. Dave's working on that as well. Dave's just working on everything. I'm just sat there twiddling my thumbs each day. Yeah, it's all going well. We're 8 months in, so yeah. This time next week we'll be 8 months in to the business, and it's going really well. We've got no more huge big purchases to make, so that's good. And I'm going to cut the video there because we're at 20 minutes, and that seems like an average shorter video to me. So thanks for listening to me waffle as always. Leave the comments below if you've got any. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I haven't said that for ages. And yeah, thanks for sticking with us, guys. Don't forget to tweet, don't forget to share. Thanks, guys.